Klopp consult the Kaisedo coup with Tchouaméni. Liverpool have been dragged into a major transfer legend surrounding Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo in the last 48 hours, and Jürgen Klopp will certainly not be affected by the ongoing situation. The Reds agreed with the Seagulls in the early hours of Friday morning on a record-breaking £111 million fee. However, it has been reported by Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano that Kaisedo is only interested in signing for Chelsea this summer. With just over 2 weeks left to secure some much-needed reinforcements in midfield before the transfer window closes, power brokers at Anfield need to quickly identify alternatives to sign for the Ecuadorian, which shouldn't be too hard to get, given that it's clearly a healthy budget. The Merseyside Giants have so far linked up with a number of midfielders over the summer. After the unexpected departure of Jordan Henderson and Fabinho, the midfield restructuring at Anfield has become even more difficult for the club. Like Kaisedo, Southampton young talent Lavia has been heavily linked to both Liverpool and Chelsea over the past few months. But the Reds may now be looking farther to secure the experience and quality they need in the number 6 role this season. Liverpool are again associated with a move for Real Madrid star Aurelien Tchouaméni, a player that could be the answer to Klopp's biggest headache. A report by The Telegraph at the end of last month revealed that Liverpool could potentially explore another move for Tchouaméni in their quest to strengthen their defensive role in the middle of the pitch. In June, it was also reported that Liverpool made an offer of €55 million. However, the offer fell short of Real Madrid's expectations, and Florentino Perez demanded nothing more than €80 million to part ways with the midfielder. There is no doubt that Tchouaméni has the quality and winning mentality to make an instant impact at Anfield, as well as an excellent player profile to work with Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister to complete the midfield transformation. The French player is one of the hottest midfielders in the top 5 European leagues. He ranks in the top 15% of his positional peers for pass completion, gaps, duels won and shots on goal, according to FBref. The 23-year-old, who made more than 33 appearances in La Liga last season, was once hailed as pure gold by football talent scout Jacek Kulik. The French star had 4 assists, an impressive 94% pass completion rate. He also successfully completed 78% of his dribbles and won 66% of his duels. He showed his dominance in the middle of the field by making an average of 63 touches per game. Tchouaméni previously refused to sign for Anfield when he joined Real Madrid last summer. But with Jude Bellingham coming to the Bernabeu and starting only 24 times in Spain's top flight last season, he is keen to lead the team. There is currently no one in Liverpool's number 6 role, which shows that he can take regular minutes. However, it is not yet clear whether the France national team player will be open to a transfer to Merseyside this summer. However, with the start of the league, he is running out of time to fill this position, which will start in the starting 11 in the upcoming fixtures. The Reds want to sign Goncalo Inacio this summer. Liverpool are dealing with Sporting star Goncalo Inacio this summer, and a journalist from Portugal shared updates with the player's release clause. The Reds are experiencing one of their most dramatic summers in recent times. Things tend to be relatively low-key during Jürgen Klopp's time at the club. However, there have been drastic changes in Liverpool's roster with the arrival of Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai and the departure of 5 different midfielders, including Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, who went to Saudi Arabia with Roberto Firmino. There is also an ongoing battle with Chelsea over the signings of Bright star Moises Caicedo and Southampton's young Romeo Lavia. More depth is needed in the middle of the park in 2023-2024. Liverpool could also sign a new left-footed centre-back to provide fierce competition to Andy Robertson, who hasn't always looked home in a fine-tuned role lately. Someone who can also play left-back digs deeper to let Trent Alexander-Arnold step into midfield. Sporting's young player, Inacio, is a player linked to his summer transfer to Anfield. The 21-year-old is a high-scoring probability that will be available if the release clause is met. Portuguese sources state that Liverpool are willing to make a move for Inacio in the near future, even paying the €45 million release clause in the process. With such a focus on Liverpool's midfield, the arrival of another central defender is also important given the changes that have taken place there since the end of last season. And Inacio could be a great option in this area of the pitch. Not only is it a young player with an extremely high ceiling, but the price tag seems relatively cheap in the current market due to the release clause acting as an added bonus. He showed off his ball possession by completing 90% of his passes in Primera Liga last season, averaging 1.9 gaps per game. Inacio was hailed as a complete central defender by football talent scout Jacek Kulik. At just 21 years old, the player who won the league title with the Portuguese Giants in 2021 is a real key man and leader for Sporting. The Portugal national team player could be added to the roster as a serious upgrade for Joel Matip and Joe Gomez, both of whom don't look the same as they used to be. It could also offer a good alternative option to Robertson in the new system. He could be a really good alternative for Robertson, who was out of shape even when the team was in form at the end of last season. Capturing Inacio will be another big step in the right direction for the Reds this summer. His arrival will suggest that they can increase the odds of a Premier League title, but at least one more top midfielder is needed for that to happen. Thiago's future is getting clear. In the heart of Anfield, whispers are circulating about the future of Liverpool midfield maestro Thiago Alcantara. The Spaniard, who has been the subject of transfer rumours, had a private meeting with Liverpool's charismatic manager Jürgen Klopp recently to clarify his role for next season. Rumours spread about Thiago's potential departure and clubs from Saudi Arabia showed intense interest. However, the 32-year-old man seems to have calmed those speculations. A recent report shows that Klopp nods to Thiago's continued presence at Anfield, praising number 6 for his dedication and experience. Jürgen Klopp says Thiago will stay at Liverpool. Now he's training, he came in and asked about his role and we talked about it. Super veteran player, he was promoted in that department. He's only been in team training for a week, but he's very vocal. It's going to be very helpful for us, he said. Also, Klopp said, he's in training right now. He approached me to discuss his role and our conversation was fruitful. Even though it's only been a week in team training, he's been vocal and proactive. His experience will be invaluable to us. Thiago's assurance is a breath of fresh air as the midfield composition is still a matter of debate for Liverpool. Despite being sidelined for injury since February, his quality remains undeniable. The recent signings of Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister have strengthened the Reds' midfield, but many argue that Thiago still has the upper hand. His influence will be particularly beneficial to Mac Allister, given their common language. In addition, young Stefan Bajcetic, who made a name for himself last season, will continue to benefit from Thiago's mentorship. While the current season is the final chapter in Thiago's Anfield story, his journey has been a mix of brilliance and challenges. His time at Liverpool was marred by injuries, but moments of genius left an indelible mark. As the 2023-2024 season kicks off, both Thiago and Anfield loyalists will be hoping for a year filled with magic and less setbacks. It's the midfield maestro's final season to leave a lasting legacy.